Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Scotty with Evil Castrigal. We're back with a ride video. It's been a minute, and we were checking out the new Honda Dax 125. Well, at least it's new to the States. This bike's been in Europe and Asia for a couple years now, but they brought it back. You remember the old ST70 or CT70 as they call it, I think everywhere else in the world, from the 70s. They brought it back. I'm excited to get it out on the road. This is on the same platform as all the other Honda Mini Motos. Let's take a little look at it and then we'll get it on the road. So here's a closer look at the Dax 125. Got the little Dachshund decal right there. I love that. Inverted fork, ABS. This is the same 125cc platform that you're going to get on the Grum and on the Trail 125 and on the Super Cub. Like the Trail or the Super Cub, no clutch on this model. We're looking at a semi-automatic 4-speed transmission. And it is 2-up, unlike the Trail 125, which does not come standard 2-up. This bike comes standard 2-up. Got your pegs down here, ready to go. Retro looks, I love it. Let's get it on the road. All right, guys, we are out on the Dax. We've been ripping around. And pretty fun little motorcycle so far. We're just kind of out riding around the little town of Clarksville here. Not really getting up to much except some fun. Obviously not a lot of high-speed roads here. So we're just kind of bopping around, having a good time. But this has been a great motorcycle so far. I love the seating position. I like this big seat. And I love the idea that you could go 2-up on this thing if you do please. Oh, honk the horn there. Didn't mean to do that. I've always had an affinity for this motorcycle, and I've always wondered why Honda didn't bring it back. Well, they finally did. I'm really happy that they did. I will say, you know, there's a lot of Honda clones out there, and this bike is one of the motorcycles that has been cloned a lot. Specifically, the older version of it. They had, you know, there's a little lot out there, but the big one, the big clone of this motorcycle is the Ice Bear Champion, which is like a direct rip-off of the original CT70, whatever you want to call it, from the early 70s. A lot of people actually put Honda decals on those, and you really can't tell a difference in a lot of ways from the original. But Honda was like, well, somebody's going to be ripping us off. We might as well start making it again, right? And I think it was super smart of them to launch it on the trusty platform that they've been making all of their Honda Mini Motos on last decade or so. Starting with the Grum and then moving on to the Monkey and the Super Cub, which I love, and the Trail 125, which I also love. The latter two being the ones that this one is probably the most closely related to, being as it is a 4-speed semi-automatic. And I will say, in 4th gear, you know, full throttle with the big north of 220 boy on it. I have had this motorcycle up to 60 miles an hour, so it will do it. It's going to take you a while to get there. I don't know what a 0 to 60 would be, but it's not going to be real fast, but it will do it. And I would say 60 is top speed. You're going to really be working to get there. This bike's really going to float more around the 50 mile per hour mark normally. And it'll do 50 miles an hour, no problem at all. But I really am enjoying it. I might have to be purchasing one of these. Now, maybe let me know in the comments below, should I pony up for the big bucks, or would it be more interesting if I were to buy an Ice Bear? I think my wallet would like the Ice Bear a little more. But reliability-wise, I don't think you're going to beat the Honda. Oh, and you know, I got back from the ride and realized I never told you how much it cost clipping this in. This is an obligatory, this is the MSRP of the Honda Dax 125 clip. So, there you go. All right, back to your regular scheduled programming. But kudos to Honda for bringing this motorcycle back. I mean, I love that they have leaned more into their retro stuff a little more as of late. There's a lot of motorcycles in Europe right now that have really leaned into that retro market. They haven't brought all those over to the States yet, which is kind of a bummer. I know they got a new Scrambler 350 that they just had at EICMA this year. That was a really cool looking motorcycle. Who knows if we'll ever see that in the States, but an old air-cooled 350, it really harkens back to the original Scrambler. Probably more so than the SCL 500 that we have in the States right now, which is really just a Honda Rebel that has a different subframe. But commends to Honda for going back to the retro stuff. I think a lot of people have, not to say that people have shied away from performance. There's a lot of motorcyclists out there that still are all about the ponies. They want the big horsepower. But there's also a new segment, or maybe an older segment out there, that just kind of wants to go back to what motorcycling was when they were younger, or what it was 30, 40, 50, 60 years ago, which is just a nice, reliable way to commute, to get out into the air and kind of enjoy a little peace and quiet. You could definitely enjoy some peace and quiet on a Dax 125. I like it a lot. You can call this one Evil Castrigal approved. Thanks for watching, guys, and keep tuning into the channel. We've got some stuff in the works, some more projects. If you haven't seen the Elza 4 video, got some more parts coming for that, so that will be moving along here shortly. And I appreciate everybody that watches and comments and lets me know their thoughts, good or bad. See you guys. Check you later.